This is Morning Coffee, Friday with Carole, and I'm very fortunate today to have a professional masseuse here, many other qualities as well, Tina Marie. And she is from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I've known her over 10 years. Her mother-in-law and I were in business associations together, and Tina was a very well-paid professional woman for decades, but when she had 3 teenagers, she knew the reality is you have to spend the time with them. So she gave up this big pay job, turned her life completely around, and took the training to be a masseuse, and she needed to do 600 hours before she could get her license. And so I volunteered my body for many of her hours. So welcome, Tina Marie.
It's so great to be here.
Now, what kind of training does a masseuse have to take? We're in New Jersey, and I know it varies from state to state, but in New Jersey, what do you need to do to be a massage therapist?
So you go to your schools and you find out, because things have changed since the 600-hour program, there are actually degree programs out there available for massage therapy as well. So I would check in with the state of New Jersey.
And would it be, does every college offer programs? Or?
I don't know. It's so brand new and
so
changing.
New, yeah. Now the one thing that I want to do that you and I talked about decades ago was the fact that people thought and had a negative connotation toward massage therapists, thinking of the sexual aspect of massage therapy. But I understand now that under the Obamacare, that before you are allowed to go to an orthopedist who, for an injury, a shoulder injury, a knee injury, whatever, that now you by law have to try alternative methods. Now apparently the government has figured it out. Orthopedic surgeons always want to cut and paste, not that I hate them, but I know we got to make money to pay for our degrees. But it works. Acupuncture, acupressure, therapeutic massage is now required before you get a script to go to your orthopedist. So we have come a long way, haven't we, baby?
Yes, we have. From that, like the family, when I first decided to be a massage therapist, they were like, oh. And so, but now the contribution that I have been able to make over these last 16 years to my community, to my family, and to the industry itself, to bring it to a professional level, that it is recognized all over, the magic and power of our touch. Wow.
And you know, it is true, because I remember reading surveys decades ago about the touch. Humans have to be touched. And there was a Russian program that took care of all the Russian orphans. They put them in a great big room with a bunch of playpens or cribs, and the only time they touched them was to change their diaper. And all of the children had regressed terribly because they did not have the loving touch of someone, whether it be mother, grandmother, father, whatever. So the power of touch. And so you, as a massage therapist, you went even a step farther. So you have other degrees. What type of credentials have you specialized in?
Wow, so thank you for asking. So I am going to give credit to some of the amazing doctors out there. Cranial sacral is a blessing to look at that system and take
cranial sacral.
Your
brain.
The cranial sacral system, quite simply, is the spinal cord encapsulated by those 3 layers of tissue, and it moves. There's water fluid moving up and down the system like a pressure static, air conditioning heating system kind of. Nutrient carrying is astonishing. So
and it's called what?
Cranial sacral therapy. It is amazing. Upledger Institute is the source, and I just love that work.
And now that would be hands on the head?
It is hands on the head. We have a protocol that visits the what we call the diaphragms. There are 5 diaphragms that we acknowledge as well. And so it's very interesting and very quiet, very subtle. There's no bossing the body around. It's like, it's amazing and astonishing results.
And Rick, what kind of results would you see from something
So
like
people get so peaceful to be in it. It's such a gift. It's like they're happy to be in their body again, you know, or even in their mind again, or even with, I'm going to cry, even with their emotion again.
It's the peace that...
It's so peaceful.
And the stress is all gone.
For the moment, it's amazing.
Wow.
And so thank you for allowing me to acknowledge that. In that name, in another name, is St. John neuromuscular therapy.
St. John
neuromuscular therapy. Now that is a point-by-point interrupting pain patterns type of work.
So this is an alternative to pain pharmaceuticals.
Yes, exactly. We learn to interrupt pain patterns, specific ways for specific pain patterns, and yeah, you can achieve. I'm still tearing up over it, being happy with yourself, you know, for like that moment. It's so great.
And did you at one time? I remember you had what was it, neonatal or something with newborn? What's
okay, so newborn massage. My youngest client was 20 minutes old.
20 minutes.
20 minutes old. The fellow was over there flailing. Nobody was paying attention. The parents were focused on a name. The doctors were cleaning up, and I stood up and I just went over and kind of applied some cranial sacral, you know, to the head and to the belly, and his little body just totally went from all that squirmy to
totally relaxed.
Totally relaxed. He's 11 years old. I've only seen him maybe 5 times in his life, but we know each other forever.
Absolutely.
You know, it was such a gift that we
and
gave each other.
The stress reduction.
Oh.
I mean, that is the cause of all illness, all
Everything.
Problems with your body.
Everything.
If you can't release that stress, it just builds up and chews you up from the inside.
Layer, 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 layer.
Absolutely.
So.
And now, do I remember, what was it, paraplegic? Let's see. So hold the paraplegic. We're going to break, and we will come back with morning coffee here. We're talking about massage therapy and other ways of keeping your body happy. And I'm here with Tina Marie, and we will be back right after this. Hold on for the commercial.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
Way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want Want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
And we're back on Radio Vision Network, and this is Morning Coffee, Friday with Carole. And I'm here with Tina Marie, our therapeutic massage therapist, and many other qualifications that she has. And when we left with Tina Marie, we were talking about the paraplegic. Now, there's when someone has no use of their arms, legs, or any part thereof, there's a lot of stress involved. How is it that you can help paraplegics?
Oh, wow. So what's really great is to be able to go in the home and do my work. I can work in a hospital bed. I can do my work anywhere. Anybody's open, right? And what's really neat about being in the home, I can bring also my massage chair and, you know, pay some attention to the caregivers too. So.
Oh. I was noticing that with Alzheimer's patients, I saw a statistic recently that said the caregiver dies before the Alzheimer's patient. And that happens 90% of the time.
They give so much of themselves, and so to be able to contribute and have them be powerful, it's amazing.
Now, one time you invited me to a quantum biology program, and I was totally mesmerized, and I have changed my life just from that one session that I went into my thinking. And as I had learned, okay, your body, when it was first a cell and an egg and a sperm joined and became a entity, and at that time that entity knew how to grow a nose, how to grow an ear, how to make not 4 fingers but 5, and why can't we turn our body on when we have a cancerous limb to rebuild that limb? And that's my interpretation of quantum B. How far off the mark am I? Tell
well,
us.
you know, when we put our focus right there with that question, as a collective humanity, we'll get a really good answer when we start to take a look at who we are. So thank you for asking that question. In vivo quantum biology is a way of looking at us as an astonishing collection of these particles that everything is made out of and how they collect. So it's almost like a world of magic, right?
It is a world of magic, my goodness.
Right. So when you first heard, then you were really present to probably the magic you always knew was there.
Yeah.
And how
it was just so amazing that to think that my entity, being my body, okay, my heart that weighs so much, does not squash the lungs, does not squash the liver, the kidneys, and everything behind it. And it's marvelous to think that turgor pressure, which is water pressure, can keep all my organs taunt enough so they don't squash each other.
Amazing.
And how this could have been figured out by us being an ape before this is definitely not possible. So whatever you want to call he, she, or it of an entity of superior being, somebody created us in such a marvelous way that the quantum biology has made me turn inside to look at myself.
Right.
And
it's all in there. It's all in there. And
now, is this
every pain is a request. Every sensation is a request. And so to the degree that we love ourselves and are open to hearing what's going on seems to be the degree of our vitality. Does that make sense?
And how could someone get in touch with quantum biology? Is that something that you can go on the internet?
You can go on the internet to holographicbiology.com.
Holographicbiology.com.
Yes.
Okay.
And our Center for Clientele is centerforvitality.org.
Okay, centerforvitality.org.
Yes, so we have a team of in vivo quantum biology practitioners worldwide with many different skill levels. I come with the physical touch, and many others have other disciplines.
Yeah, what?
So we actually have a dowser.
What is it?
So,
a dowser.
so you've seen the dowser.
Yes, I've seen a dowser for water.
So they bring quantum biology into that conversation of their realm of healing or questioning with the dowser, and it enhances their
these are ancient forms.
Yes.
That we're bringing back because we finally figured out they really do work.
They really do work, and we don't have to figure them out. It's if you know who you are and you are a collection, well then, you know, how are you listening? So there's a dowser. In Minneapolis, we have a crystal bowl healer who's using sounds that are based on the common sounds of...
Are you saying ball or
bowls.
B-O-W-L?
B-O-W-L.
Okay,
And
but a cereal bowl, but it's a crystal bowl.
It's crystal, and it has a sound that aligns the magical things that maybe watch you while you sleep and keep your heart beating or keeping...
Oh, yeah.
You know, because there's something going on there that's pretty...
There is.
Yeah,
There
I'm
is
not
just-
doing that.
Exactly, you're asleep.
I'm sleeping.
And here is something that's keeping that whole...
Exactly. So it seems like resonance has a lot to do with well-being.
Resonance meaning sound?
Sound waves.
Sound waves. Well, I know when I go to my chiropractor, he uses sound waves to align my back.
And the research
And
is showing it works.
It really does work.
So what we're seeing in quantum biology is there's this phenomenon of alignment. You know, that when you have alignment, the energy is more focused, more
So in other words,
intense
when your
and-
body is in alignment.
yes.
Okay.
Alignment energetically, alignment physically, alignment mentally, alignment emotionally.
And then it works better.
Yes. More efficient is what I want to say. More vitality. Because it's there. It's just that something's holding it back in the way of what resistance.
Because we're not letting it.
Right.
We're
There's a block.
resisting it.
There's a
block.
resistance.
Yeah.
And not like a bad resistance, but resistance is resistance. In an electrical line, sometimes resistance builds up, right? And you take maintenance, you take care, and then you have a clear line.
Very good.
Same
Makes
way
sense
with
to
you.
me. Those of you watching, you're learning just as I'm learning. This is Radio Vision Network. I'm Carole Moore with Morning Coffee, and we're going to be back in another minute talking to Tina Marie about how to give yourself the peace that your body needs to work at 100% capacity.
Ooh,
Stay
I just
tuned.
got chills. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
And we're back on Radio Vision Network here with Morning Coffee, Friday with Carole, and I'm here with Tina Marie, and we're talking how to get yourself in a peaceful way so that you don't have stress. And that doesn't mean that the stress around you is going to go away. This means that the stress within you is gone because you deem it so, because you take control of your life and your body. And finish my statement there, girl.
All right, well, in my realm, so to produce the peace that really that they talk about, so satisfied, the magnetic resonance stimulator machine that we have at the Center for Vitality provides 8, 16, and 24-minute segments of this wave of peace that goes through your body. And the magnitude of the wave is no more magnetic than the Earth's magnetic pole. So that means if you just step out into the grass, you can get the same kind of wave. And if you choose to. So it does take practice to be open to accepting the natural waves, right? And our world may not be constructed for that. So that's why we've devised this machine. Now, we do not want you to use this machine and become habitual at it, because habits, that is not respectful of the quantum world that we were speaking of. That is more like ordering them around, and breakdown does seem to occur, I will tell you, in our 5-year practice. If we abuse the system, it will set up a
negative
breakdowns.
reaction.
So we're always creating a state of love and always being respectful and sacred.
But you have
and
to
mindful.
do that within yourself.
And you do that within ourselves.
Nobody can do it for you.
Nope. And that's why we have willing guides. I'm a QB guide. I'm a practitioner. I have a certification.
So you're saying you're a quantum biology guide.
Yes.
And you have a certification in
Yes.
that, and that will help you. That will allow you to help someone
Yes.
to find this inner peace
Yes.
that will then allow their body to work in a positive way.
to heal, which is
Oh,
well, to live. It came here to live. It didn't come here to die.
Right.
Okay, so yeah.
You want it to live in
Right.
a positive way so that you have no stress. And when you have no stress, then your heart can heal whatever it has to heal.
All
And your
systems.
organs can heal themselves
Yes.
so that they are, in a positive way, and you feel good.
Optimum.
Isn't that what it's all about?
That's it.
Find
So
a
if you
way.
come to me, you're at 50%, you will leave at 80 or better. You'll be inspired. You will certainly be in that space of peace. And then however long it is for you is where you notice your gap. We'll say we have a gap. And then we speak to the gap. Okay, so when we start noticing the gap, some things start to shift for people, and it's really astonishing.
Now, if people want to take advantage of this piece, where do they find it? Where do they find you? And who can they go to? Do they look in the yellow pages? No longer a relevant book because they made the letters too small. I can't read it now. Is it on the internet? Or?
Well, we are on the internet. We are a grassroots effort. Our machine has been approved by the FDA for massage. So, centerforvitality.org. My name is Tina Marie. You'll see, you can click on that and it will give you my background and access to reaching out and connecting to me. I prefer one-on-one. What we're doing seems, it's not a fad. It's very serious.
Scientific.
Very scientific.
And you're in the Mount Laurel area?
I'm in the Mount Laurel area, and I want you to know that each client is making contribution to an amazing study about entanglement and its effects with stress, and that will be posted in the New England Journal of Medicine by Dr. Padical.
Oh,
So
yes,
if you want
I
to
met
see
him too
Dr.
at the center.
Padical, PADIKAL.com, the initiatives are astonishing. So I would invite anybody who's interested in making a difference in the world to just check out and see what he's doing.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Tina Marie, for
Thank
coming
you.
in. And for the rest of you, Radio Vision Network, this is Morning Coffee, Carole on Friday. This will be my last Friday because now we're moving to Wednesdays. So you will look forward to us being on Wednesdays instead of Fridays. You have a great day. I will see you next time.
Thank you. It's been great. Thank you.